So now we're coming to the end of our presentation. We've had a chance to explore the 4 elements of leading from within. So what I'm going to do now is summarize the most important principles and practices that we've learned for all of these 4 elements. I'd like you to keep a pen and paper handy if possible and note down which of these practices you found most meaningful for you at this time in your life, so that as you go forward you can start applying this and get all the benefits from this. So let's talk about pause. In pausing, we learned the power of pause, which is simply pause. Could be for a few seconds, could be for longer. And in pausing, you come into the present moment. The 3 gates to the present moment are sense experience, the inner feeling of aliveness, and consciousness. 3 gates to presence. We also learned 1 moment meditation, which you can practice in the form of a basic minute, a bonus minute, emergency minute, also the 2nd month portable minute, and finally reducing the breath down all the way to 1 moment. We also discussed that whenever you have a low quality thought, we call it a virus thought, you want to use an antivirus, which is, remember, cancel. That's right. Whenever in the day you have a low quality thought, you'll repeat cancel. And like this, you'll find yourself much more mindful each time such thoughts arise. We also learned 2 powerful words you can use throughout the day. No matter what happens, we can say, how wonderful. You can also take a nice deep breath, smile and say, how wonderful. What a lovely way to pause. One more practical tool we discussed is to pause before our meals. To take a minute and really appreciate our food. To feel grateful for our food and to eat mindfully, which means that once you've taken a spoonful into your mouth, put the spoon down or the fork down and finish chewing and swallowing this bite before you make a new bite. It's called savoring, mindful eating. So these were some practices we learned around pausing and how to make that a part of your life. We also discussed the power of feel. Your deeper mind is feeling. So how can we feel? Remember rule number 6, don't take life so seriously. Always remind yourself of that. Also, the power of gratitude, which is the greatest attitude. Remember the example of water and salt? You want to increase the amount of water. And that can happen when you start making gratitude a part of your life. For example, when you wake up in the morning, you can think of 3 things you're grateful for, or even write them down. You can have a gratitude journal. You can write gratitude letters to people in your life. You can also practice gratitude meditation, sitting quietly and just saying thank you, over and over again. That's the power of gratitude. We also learned 6 heart virtues. Do you remember them? Appreciation, compassion, forgiveness, humility, understanding, and valor. These are the 6 heart virtues. When they come together, they are known as love. And this is the intelligence of your heart. And the more you tap into this, you'll find you can resolve any situation. The way to practice it is simply to remind yourself of these 6 heart virtues, one by one, repeating them: appreciation, compassion, forgiveness, humility, understanding, and valor. Over and over. This is known as the virtuous cycle. You can do it once, you can do it for 5 minutes or for longer, and this will really calm your mind down. It'll give you the key to unlock any situation using your own natural wisdom. Do you remember that powerful phrase, yatha drishti, tatha shrishti? Which means that your mind is immensely powerful, and what we focus on expands. This is the 3rd aspect of what we discussed, the power of intention. And simple tools we learned for this include Mayurma, making a symbol of infinite love, wishing well for all. We also learned how to make every day a complaint-free day. When we do find ourselves complaining, we can simply say cancel. To make a commitment to a complaint-free life is to take responsibility for your own happiness. We also learned the difference between expectation and intention and how to shift from expectation to intention. Remember, expectation is desires held very tightly. It's an outside-in approach. And intentions are desires held more lightly. They're more joyful. It's an inside-out approach. 3 questions will help us, the doorway questions. What do I want? How will it feel to have it? Can I feel that now? And as you feel that feeling right now, You are living from an inside-out perspective. This is known as intentions. And finally, we talked about the power of written intentions. Writing down your intentions has tremendous power. The best possible outcome, write it down like it's already happened. Feel the joy, feel grateful. You can also plan the day ahead the night before you sleep. You might find the power of this. Throughout the day, the mind is a lot clearer. So try any one or more of these tools and activate the power of your intention. This is known as Sankalp Shakti, the power of your mind. And finally, we talked about connection. Pause, feel, intend, and connect. And how do you connect? First of all, you listen deeply. Remember the formula? PQR, pause, question, reflect. You pause when someone finishes, you question to check your understanding, and finally you reflect back what you heard them say. This is to understand before wanting to be understood. One way you can do this is to tell yourself, I see you, I hear you, I feel you, I love you, I am you. Thank you. Remember these simple words, these simple phrases, and you'll be practicing deep listening. Another thing we learned is how to respond when someone shares good events or good news with us. The power of active constructive responding. To be authentically interested, to ask questions, and help people elongate that experience they're having. This is a beautiful way that really strengthens our connection and our relationships. It's much better than the other three: active destructive, passive destructive, and passive constructive. Keep this simple concept in mind. When people share good news with you, that's a good time to practice ACR, active constructive responding. When someone shares anything else with you, practice deep listening. And when you are speaking, remember the three gates of speech. Is it true? Is it kind? And is it necessary? In this way, you will be speaking from your heart and touching the hearts of others. You'll say words that improve on the silence. We also talked about disagreeing respectfully. Not everyone has to agree with us all the time. It's all right to have different points of view. Can I voice a different opinion without making it personal? Maybe you're right. Maybe it's true. And like this, we can look at different points of view harmoniously. Disagree respectfully. And finally, we talked about conscious meetings. How can you have powerful meetings? Remember the formula: pause, feel, intend, and connect. So when you start the meeting, pause and check how everyone's doing and clarify the intention for that meeting. And now during the meeting, have short pauses to make sure we're really understanding each other, we're really on the same page. Keep checking, are you in line with your intention or not? And then summarize, be clear about the commitments, and don't forget to end with appreciation. Even a few lines of what we liked about what someone said, even a few lines of what we appreciated in that meeting can really end the meeting on a high note. Now I have something very serious to share with you. Everything I've shared with you is copyright. You've got to copy it right. And that means that you've got to practice it well yourself. You have the right to copy what I've shared, but the only way you can share it is if you actually live it. So make it a part of your life. Be an inspiring example of these things. Take up a few simple concepts and really practice them well. They're bound to have a beautiful impact on your whole life. I wish you all the best. The highest in me bows to the highest in you. May this and every day be the happiest day of your life. May it be a complaint-free day. May you be happy for no reason, and may you be happy in every season. Thank you.